Okay, so this is the desktop client. If you use the web client, it'll look pretty much exactly like this, except in a web browser. First thing you notice over here are the rooms. This is made for like people like accounting firms working remotely, so they would have like offices, but we're not an accounting firm. So I made a bunch of group study rooms. Also made quiet study rooms for a reason that I will go over in just a little bit. I'm using my wife's computer so I can be able to that I can demonstrate this with two people rather than just one. So first thing I'll show you how to do is to go into a room. So we'll go into group study 2. Then here I am. I'm in group study 2. I can make it so that my wife's computer joins me in group study 2, so I'll show you what that shows like. What that looks like, excuse me. Boom, she's in. And then you can make it so it automatically brings up like audio and possibly video. Anyone who's not anyone who's not in that room will not be able to see what's going on or hear what's going on in that room or in the room chat. But you can see like Cody's still in that room and it shows her highlighted in blue, which is the same color as that room, which is why I've made the quiet study rooms red. So if you see some of the red bar, that means that they're in a quiet study room and would prefer to not be disturbed. There are other ways you can do that, and I'll show that later. There are other ways you can show people that you'd like to not be disturbed and even prevent people from disturbing you, and I'll show that here in just a little bit. So one of the things you can do in a room is you can lock it so that, as you can see, I can just click into it right now, click into group study, and I'm just there. So I'll go ahead and leave again. Anyone can do that. But if my wife's computer locks that room, and you'll see the icon switch. Shoot. Sorry, I messed up. Wrong icon. Here we go. Boom. And now that room is locked. So now if I try going it, saying I'm knocking, requesting entry. Sorry, you can hear my son doing something crazy in the background. We'll figure that out later. My wife has to allow me to enter. And now I'm in. Alright, I'll go ahead and leave again. Okay, so we've gone over going into rooms that are open or rooms that are locked. So let's say like my wife wants to send me a message. The way you send people messages is you can pull up the chat like that. But I'm going to show you what it looks like when she chats with me. It's really just me. I just have both the computers next to each other, but that's neither here nor there. Alright. Hi. And nothing really happens. See, you saw like her thing go like that to a 1, and I can see that there's a message waiting for me. But you can make it so it's not, in other words, you can make it so it's not distracting if people text you, unless you come out and you look to see what messages you have. Boom. What? Oh, there we go. It just took a second to load. Alright. So that's messages. And now I'm going to explain statuses. And that's what you really want the desktop client for. So if you don't have the desktop client, you can't really do anything with these with either this one or this button, which is why like the quiet study is good, because you can go into the quiet study and lock it so that people can't just barge in on you. So right now we'll go over the door being open and closed first. So right now my door is closed, Cody's door is closed. That's what really matters. So if I want to speak with her, I have to request to speak with her. And that does this timer. It does this speaking request, which will time out. So if someone tries to request to speak with you, you don't want to be spoken to, you don't even have to be rude and click deny. It can just time out. So I'll show you what it looks like if she requests to speak with me. Leave. Sorry, 1 second. Then all that comes up. And it's a little thing that says that someone wants to speak with me. And if I don't click accept, it's just going to run out. Or I can reject it outright as well, I guess. So I click accept, and then it just automatically opens up audio chat between us and possibly a video, depending on how your settings are done. We'll go and end that. Oh my. Sorry, my computer's slow. Come on, computer. You can do it. Okay, cool. And we're out. Okay, so now we'll go and put our doors to open. It doesn't really matter what your door is. It depends on the person whose doors you're trying to speak with. Okay, so her door is open, and now you can see it doesn't say request, it just says talk. If I click this, it's just boom, it'll automatically put us in the room, and with the audio and video chat, depending on how our settings are set up. So that's like the biggest thing you can do is when you're in the website client, your door is automatically shut. You can't open it, which means people have to request to speak with you, and you have to like approve it. And if you don't approve it, they'll just time out, or you can reject it outright. The other thing you can do is I can set a status, or I'll have my wife set a status, but setting a status just looks like this. Come on. Won't be slow on your computer. My computer just stinks. Okay, set status. I'm focusing for an hour and a half. Boom. And that's how I look on other people's computers. But let's say my wife does the same thing, and she's focusing for an hour and a half. Okay, now I'm going to try to speak with her. So now instead of like talk or request, it has this info button. Tells me, hey, she's focusing. She'll be available again later. Am I sure I want to interrupt? I can say, no, I can wait, or yes, it's important. Now, her door is open, so if I say yes, I definitely want to speak with her, then she just gets pulled into a conversation with me. There it is. Okay, but let's go ahead and end that. But let's see what happens if she's focusing and her door is shut. So I'm going to have her shut the door like that. So her door is shut now. So now, same thing, info. She's focusing. Am I sure I want to interrupt? Yes, it's important. But because her door is closed, it doesn't just pull us into a conversation. Wait, what just happened? Her door is open still. That's what happened. Sorry, I messed up. Come on. Okay. Let's have our door be closed this time. Okay, so it says she's focusing. Am I sure I want to interrupt? Yes, I'm sure. But her door is closed, so I still can't just unilaterally pull her into a conversation. She has to agree to it, and then it might just time out. I'm just going to have her reject. Alright. And if she didn't deny it, then it would just say that it timed out. So if you are afraid of being rude, you can just keep studying and it's going to go away. I hope this helps. This is really rough, but I really wanted to get something out quickly. So the idea is you could like log in at the beginning of the day, set your status in such a way where depending on like how much you'd like to be interrupted or not be interrupted, or have your friends be able to like pull you into a conversation or group study with someone, you can, I didn't go over it, but you can like screen share a video call, but that's pretty obvious. You can figure that out. And then at the end of the day, you can just log out. And this way you have a chance to, you can see who's online, you can see who's available, and you can see who's group studying in the rooms over here. So hope this helps. If you have any questions, please contact me. I've done a little bit of experimenting with this program, so I should be able to answer your questions. Have a good one.